Hello there and welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. And so when you're watching this video, I should be in New Orleans when this goes premiered. And I am with the lovely Janice from Jazzle Dazzle Crafts. If you don't already follow her, please do. And it's kind of tradition that when you go and hang out with Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, especially if you're sharing a room with them, you give them room gifts. So I have got a few little gifts for her, and also I purchased a fan because we're going to be in New Orleans and it's renowned for being quite warm there. And I thought that Janice could do with an elegant fan to fan herself when out and about, drinking coffee and so on, which we should be doing. Also, one of her favourite colours is Night of Navy, and so I wanted to make a nice box for this fan to go into. So I've already measured my box measurements and scored it. So just to give you just a tip for when you're trying to create a custom box for an object, basically you need three measurements. You need the kind of the length, the width, and then that's the width. Hold on. Length, width and height. Length, width and height. So you need three measurements. So I figured that 5 centimeters would be wide enough to go across this section here, 3 centimeters to go across this section here, and then if I scored at 2.5 centimeters from either end of our A4 cardstock, that would be enough to house the fan. So that's what I've gone and done. Then left a centimetre to be able to stick it all back down with. Now what I would like to try and do is a technique that requires the Stamparatus, because I'm going to be stamping with white ink first of all and then a coloured ink over the top. So I don't want to stamp onto the portion that's going to be under the box. So I'm going to place my butterflies in this section here, and kind of try and mix them around a bit. And this is the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set, which comes actually all in one piece when you purchase it, but I've done some stamp surgery so to make it more usable, and I've put a little mark which is like the halfway point here, because what I'm going to do is actually turn my piece of paper around after I've stamped with this. So I'm kind of tucking these in quite close. See if I can fit them all in. There we go. I might just flip that one around that way. All right. I'll have that one a little bit closer to there. Oh. Okay. Then I'm going to pick up all the stamps by closing the door, as it were, and pushing down firmly onto those. Now I have got my little gadget here. This is my little, if you've got some, hand pain or anything like this, I do recommend you make yourself one of these. If you haven't got crochet skills or someone that can do it for you, then just sticking a felt pad on the bottom of a coffee, like glass coffee lid or a candle. This makes a really nice kind of something to hold on to push down and put pressure onto your stamps. Right, so now I'm grabbing my craft white ink. Oh, that moved. I saw you move then. That's a bit naughty. You weren't meant to move. Obviously need to put more pressure down on that one. I have used these stamps an awful lot, so they're starting to lose their sticky, so I may have to put another layer of sticky on them. Alright, so now the craft white ink, as you can see, needs a lot of love on the stamps to make sure that it's well inked. So you need to make sure that the stamp image is completely white before you even attempt to stamp it down onto your cardstock. And what can sometimes happen is the center part of your ink pad can be used more heavily. So don't be afraid of moving the stamp pad around, because the juicier areas are actually going to be around the edge. And so you need to just kind of move it around to make sure everything is covered. All right, so I'm happy with that. I'm just going to grab my magnets or magnet off the back of here just to make sure my card doesn't move. And the benefit of making sure your card doesn't move is that if for any reason after I've stamped down I'm not happy with the results, I can go back in there and do that. I'm just going to put my hand there because I can see my light is reflecting back at you, which is not very nice. So I'm using my handle holder thing here just to get that pressure across there. There we go. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to remove and then twist my piece around. Just pop my magnet, try and pop it there. I'm trying not to put it onto the white ink because it takes a few minutes for the white ink to dry. I may even have to get my heat tool out just to speed it along for this process, because this is just part one of the process. What I want to do then is colour the butterflies and then stamp over the top. So there we go, second layer. Now if you've got a stamp set, this stamp set, but you don't want to cut it up, then what you can do is just place it directly in. You don't have to do what I've done. Although I did buy 2 stamp sets, one to cut up and one to keep whole. Right, there we go. I was a little too exuberant. I've got some haloing there, but never mind, never mind. All right, so I'm just going to set this aside for a moment while I clean off my stamps. So I don't want my stamps to move, so I'm just going to be careful. And oh, see, look, that one moved. Okay, fine. That was the unhappy one earlier, wasn't it? I'm just going to have to be careful, aren't I? Okay, I'm going to be careful on the rest of them. This one doesn't feel very happy either. So the white ink is very, very sticky. And so you do have to spend a few moments paying attention to your wee butterflies. Get that all off. So for those of you who don't realise why I'm in New Orleans, basically Stampin' Up, which is the company that you purchase these stamps through via me or through me to the stamp company. And because I've been working hard, my sales and my team have grown to a point where I am now Silver Elite. And so Stampin' Up have organised an exclusive conference for people who are in the Silver Elite and above bracket. And they kindly offer to pay the airfare for anybody outside of the US so that we can attend this conference. So I couldn't say no. I just thought it was too good an opportunity to miss. So Janice and I have decided to take that opportunity and go to New Orleans and meet up with probably about 500 other demonstrators from around the world and get some business training, some motivational training. Right, I'm just going to hope that that's in the right place. Actually, I may forego it. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about it because it's too much of a headache. Right, now what I want to do is now colour in my butterflies. And this will take a few moments because I want a really lovely outcome. So I'm actually going to get my Stampin' Write markers, which are right here, and colour in portions of these butterflies. Oh, actually I might mix it with some ink padding as well. So, for example, actually if I do them all, should I do them all yellow to start? No, you know what, I'm going to do them all yellow to start off with. So I'm going to ink them all up with Daffodil Delight. So this means I don't have to do so much colouring, you see. So if I put yellow across all of them, Right, I think that is pretty covered. Then it means I can take, oh, what's this, pumpkin pie, and maybe highlight certain areas of the butterfly, like so. Just do direct pen to stamp. There's a bit of flirty flamingo. I'm just going to bring some pink in like that. Ooh, it's a bit tricky kind of hovering my hand over the top, but I think whenever you're colouring, ideally you should be able to rest your hand on something. Okay, right, so in this one I think I'll just do a bit of pink down the middle there. And, ooh, maybe some brighter pink. This is Melon Mambo. So I'll do some Melon Mambo coming in from the edge there. Maybe a little spot there and there. And then this one I want to do kind of yellows and greens, I think, but maybe with a hint of pink. But I'll put some dark pink down the middle of this one and through certain areas. Now this, please don't be writing to me, you butterfly police, saying there's no such butterfly made this colour. I know, I'm making it up. Oh, this is Calypso Coral actually, not Flirty Flamingo. Well, I'll just get Flirty Flamingo out then. That's a bit of flirty. There we go. And I do know it's mixing with the yellow, I know that, but sometimes it's easier to do something like this where you've got that base colour down already. So hello everyone who's watching on the premiere. I will have premiered this for you to be able to chat to each other, as I'm not available to do a proper live. We will probably go live from New Orleans at some point, but we're not going to do much crafting. Although I am planning on taking a little capsule kit with me. Bit of granny apple green, this one I think. A little bit there. So I am going to have to do this all again for the other side, but I won't. I'll stop the film so you don't have to watch me do that all again. Although probably some of you are going, no, we do want to watch it. We want to chat to each other. Oh, this one can have a bit of pink through the middle. Maybe a little bit of orange. Right, I think we're ready. So what needs to happen now is the grand oeuf. Ooh. There we go. You have not come to the wrong channel. Right, pop my magnet there and fold that over. Where's my, there it is, maybe gadget. Just going to give that a really good push down. Right, let's have a look. Ta-da! Oh wow, I don't know if you guys can see the detail of that, but it looks super pretty. And the colours are not as saturated as if I'd, you know, stamped on white, obviously, but you do get those variations. Can you see the variations there a little bit? So that's fun. Now this one, because it got moved and I wasn't going to attempt doing that one again, I think I might just leave it actually, because it's not super obvious. Now I'm not going to apply yellow again, because we've already got a little bit of, probably got a little bit left on here, so I'm just going to apply more colour and in various places. I might even be getting this a bit wrong, to be honest, but never mind. But I'm going to pause the video and then come back. Right, so I finished colouring in and I'm just about to stamp down on this one. Oh, hold on, I've got to move my magnet over. That's a bit too close. There we go. And where's my little... There it is. Give that a good press down. Oh, I forgot to huff. Oh, it still worked. That's all right. I'm pleased with that. Looks super pretty. Just move that to one side for a second. And just to add a little bit of colour, I think, onto the top of here, I'm just going to add a little bit like so, just around there. So this butterfly doesn't feel like it's left out, even though it's been a little bit naughty and stopped sticking. There we go. Maybe a little bit of granny apple green down the middle as well. Alright, so that's the benefit of using the white ink before stamping. Right, let me get my bone folder and start folding all of these. Now I still want to be careful because I don't, just in case the white ink isn't completely dry, I'm just going to be a bit careful how I handle this cardstock. So I'm just going to try and touch it quite minimally. Okay. Try not to push down on it too hard. Right, and then to make sure my box actually closes, what I need to do is cut some little pieces away. So I'm going to cut that out. Then I don't need this section here. Fold that over. Don't need that there. And then I need to do the same to this side as well. So I don't need that. So basically you cut up to the score line. And these sharp scissors are great for that. Lovely. So I think I'll get my tear and tape, and use that. It's nice and quick and easy. You haven't got to sit and hold it like you do with the wet adhesive. Actually, you know what I should do? Sorry, I'm going to do that again because I want to show you that better. So it's best to try and put the glue as close up to the fold line as possible. Sorry, the tape, not glue. Right. And then I like to push it down hard with my nail on one side. I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. Oh dear. Then pull that back. And fold that first section over like so. And then bring that one up to meet it. And then you know it's going to be absolutely square. So I'm going to stick this section together. Just going to put two pieces of the what I like to call the terrible tape. The tearable tape. And the reason I say tearable is because if anyone remembers the film, oh, what's the name of the film now? It was an Australian film from the 90s. Muriel's Wedding. The character Muriel would say, Or someone would say, that's terrible, Muriel. So every time I think of the word terrible, I think of Muriel. Terrible. Right, let's see if this fits now. This is the moment of truth, guys. So, ta-da! And then, so I think I'm just going to put a nice bit of washi tape over the end there. I've got some pretty washi here, so that it's easy to open up. Let's go that way. Oh, no. Moved it. Okay. There you have it. Now, I think what would be nice is perhaps a nice bow. Oh, I could put a ribbon all the way round. Oh. I do have some nice soft seafoam ribbon and some of this pool party ribbon. Okay, I might just scratch the washi tape because I do like the idea of putting these two ribbons together. You know what, I think I'm going to do that. So we need enough to make a bow later, so I'm going to fold that around there like that. And then enough to go all the way around. Come back round. And cut it there. Now, this is one of those kind of things that I tend to do when I wrap gifts. I twist the ribbon around, and I can't say that I ever sort of have a plan or know what I'm doing. It just sort of seems to happen. So I'm going to pop that underneath there as well. There we go. Just keep pulling and tugging and hope for the best. So I want the pool party ribbon on the outside. Oh, that looks so luxurious. There we go. One roomy gift in a butterfly stamped box with double ribbon. How about that then, guys? So thank you so much for joining me. Hope you've appreciated that technique and try and have a go using it, as it's quite effective. So you can see the different colours showing up there. So hope to see you guys very, very soon. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for also any thumbs ups that you've given me. Please remember to do that on the way out, and do comment in the section below as to what you've enjoyed about this video and what you may have a go doing. All right, take care everyone. Bye.